Hello, dear friends of Legacy of Wisdom. Have you ever paused for a moment and felt perhaps an invisible distance subtly creeping into the relationships you cherish? A subtle shift in how others interact with us as the years go by. Today, I'm not here to offer rigid advice or judgment. I'd like for us, together, like friends, to gently explore a few little habits, those very normal, seemingly harmless behaviors that sometimes we, who have journeyed through many years of life, might unintentionally develop. These habits, though unintentional, can sometimes cause loved ones, friends, or even new acquaintances to feel a bit distant, hesitant, and perhaps affect the connection and respect we all deserve. We'll look back together, not to criticize, but to understand ourselves better, to preserve the grace, dignity, and meaningful relationships as we step into this wonderful stage of life. Let's consider this a heartfelt conversation, an opportunity for self-reflection, and perhaps making small yet powerful adjustments. Warm words, sincere listening. This is perhaps the aspect that most profoundly affects our daily relationships. Life experience gives us a wealth of understanding, but sometimes the way we share and interact can unintentionally create barriers. First, let's talk about truly listening versus dominating the conversation. Do you sometimes find yourself so eager to share your experiences that you might inadvertently interrupt others or turn the conversation into your own monologue? We have so much we want to say, to impart. But the truth is, one of the most precious gifts we can offer another person is our complete attention, listening to understand, not just waiting for our turn to speak. When someone feels truly heard, they feel respected and deeply connected. Not only that, truly listening opens a door for us too, a door to better understand the perspectives, the worries, and the joys of others, especially younger generations, helping to bridge gaps and enrich our own souls. Let's try practicing pausing for a moment after someone finishes speaking, really considering what they've shared before responding. Ask open-ended questions to encourage them to share more, rather than just offering your own story. Balance in conversation creates warmth. Next is the art of giving advice. The right time, the right person. With our life experience, we often see clearly what others, especially those younger, perhaps should or shouldn't do. But a constant stream of advice, instructing them on every aspect of their lives, especially when unsolicited, can make them feel controlled, distrusted, or even feel that their own decision-making ability is being dismissed. They might feel overwhelmed rather than grateful. Perhaps wait for a signal that they need advice, or gently ask, "Would you be open to hearing my perspective on this?" Sometimes, simply being present and showing support, trusting in their capabilities, is enough. Respecting another person's autonomy is a profound expression of love and wisdom. And finally, in this section, is the weight of our words, the need for tact. Sometimes our directness, while perhaps well-intentioned, might lack a certain gentle filter. Those seemingly casual remarks about someone's appearance, weight, career choices, parenting style, or how they dress, even if meant kindly, can easily leave the listener feeling hurt, judged, or self-conscious. Sometimes, just a small shift in phrasing makes a world of difference. For instance, instead of a blunt comment on appearance, a sincere inquiry about their well-being or joys in life expresses care more delicately and is often received much more warmly. Similarly, constantly comparing the good old days to kids these days, or making jokes that are no longer appropriate in today's social context, can create distance and underlying discomfort. Before offering a comment, ask yourself, is this truly constructive and necessary? Could it hurt someone? Try to focus on the positive, or if feedback is needed, offer it privately and gently, constructively. Instead of complaining about younger generations, try to approach them with curiosity and respect for differences. You might be surprised by what you learn. Thinking more openly for joyful connection. As we gain more experience, confidence in our knowledge is natural. However, sometimes this confidence can turn into stubbornness, a firm belief that we are always right and our way is the best way. This can lead us to be less receptive to different opinions, dismiss new perspectives, or cling rigidly to old habits and ways of doing things, even if they no longer fit the changing world around us. Always thinking we're right and lacking flexibility can lead to isolating ourselves. Others might hesitate to share their ideas or collaborate, knowing their input might not be truly heard or valued. Relationships can become one-sided and less rich. Let's practice humility in our knowing. Acknowledge that learning is a lifelong journey. At every age, when hearing a different viewpoint, instead of immediately refuting it, try saying, "Oh, that's an interesting perspective, I hadn't thought of that," or "Thank you for sharing, let me think more about that." Be curious about new things, from technology to social trends, with a willingness to understand. Openness not only helps us connect better with others, especially younger generations, but it also keeps our own minds active, youthful, and adaptable. Moreover, open-mindedness is a wonderful remedy against feeling left behind or out of touch in the constant flow of life, nurturing our clarity and the joy of continuous learning. Caring for ourselves, neatness, and autonomy. This final point may seem simple, but it speaks volumes about how we perceive ourselves and respect others. It's about maintaining basic personal upkeep within our abilities and striving to preserve our independence. A slight lapse in personal hygiene, like breath or untrimmed nails, or wearing clothes that are shabby or ill-fitting, can unintentionally send a message that we no longer care about ourselves, and indirectly, that we don't fully respect the person we're interacting with. It can make others hesitant to get close. Similarly, appearing helpless or overly reliant for small tasks that we could still manage can affect how others see us and how we see ourselves. There's no need to chase fashion trends or be overly elaborate. Simply ensuring basic cleanliness, neatness, and wearing clothes that fit well and are appropriate can make a significant difference, showing that we still care for and respect ourselves. At the same time, let's try to do what we can for ourselves before asking for help. Maintaining independence within our capabilities is not only good for our physical health, but also makes others feel more comfortable and respectful in our presence. Most importantly, this effort to maintain autonomy powerfully reinforces our own self-esteem and sense of self-worth. It helps us feel that we are still in charge of our lives, dispelling feelings of being a burden or becoming passive, a precious balm for our mental well-being. So we've shared some thoughts together on a few aspects, those little habits that can affect our relationships. Again, the purpose of this conversation isn't about finding fault, but about gently enhancing self-awareness. Please always remember, you possess a treasure trove of experience, patience, and love that is immeasurable. These are invaluable assets. Reflecting on and making these small adjustments, if they feel right for you, isn't about negating yourself, but rather about polishing your precious gem, allowing you to share those wonderful gifts more effectively, ensuring they are received warmly and their meaning resonates even further. Dear friends, Age brings us maturity and depth, but nurturing relationships and maintaining dignity requires ongoing awareness and adjustment. With just small changes stemming from understanding and love, we can absolutely strengthen our precious connections, feel confident, respected, and live these years fully and meaningfully. We truly hope today's conversation brought value, shared thoughtfully and with deep respect for your precious time. It is always our aim here at Legacy of Wisdom to offer meaningful reflections without unnecessary length. Take a moment to reflect. Did anything in our chat today resonate with you? Is there one small adjustment you feel you might be ready to try? Thank you so much for listening to these reflections today. I hope we can continue to walk this journey together, living joyfully, healthily, and meaningfully. Wishing you abundant health, peace, and the constant warmth of connection. Goodbye for now, and I hope to chat with you again soon.